One seed potato can produce 10 or more potatoes in just one season, making it one of the highest return vegetables you can grow at home. The best part is that you don't need a large garden to get started. Today, I'm walking you through exactly how to grow potatoes the right way, with the timing, techniques, and care details that actually make the difference between a disappointing harvest and a basket full of potatoes. Let's start with what you plant. You don't use potatoes from the grocery store, since many of them are treated with sprout inhibitors to extend shelf life. Instead, use certified seed potatoes, sold specifically for planting through garden centers or reputable online suppliers. A few days before planting, cut larger seed potatoes into chunks, making sure each piece has at least 1 or 2 eyes, the small indentations where new sprouts emerge. Let the cut pieces sit out for a day or two, until the cut surfaces, dry, and form a protective callus. This simple step helps prevent the seed pieces from rotting once they're planted. Timing is important, but more forgiving than garlic. Potatoes are usually planted 2 to 3 weeks after your last expected frost. Once the soil has begun to warm, plant each seed piece about 4 inches deep with the eyes facing upward. Space them roughly 12 inches apart, with rows about 2 to 3 feet apart, giving the plants plenty of room to develop underground. Now here's the technique that most beginners either skip or don't fully understand, and it's probably the biggest factor in determining how many potatoes you'll harvest. It's called hilling. Once the plants reach about 6 to 8 inches tall, gently mound soil around the base of each stem, covering about 1/3 of the plant. Repeat this every few weeks as the plants continue growing. Why does this matter? Potatoes develop along the buried portions of the stem, not just around the original seed piece. The more healthy stem you keep covered, the more places the plant has to produce potatoes. Skip hilling, and even healthy-looking plants often produce a much smaller harvest. There's another reason hilling is so important. Any potato exposed to sunlight turns green and develops naturally occurring compounds that make it unsuitable to eat. Keeping developing. Potatoes covered with soil not only increases your harvest but also protects your crop from sunlight. For watering, potatoes need consistent moisture throughout the growing season, roughly 1 to 2 inches of water each week. This becomes especially important during flowering, because that's when the tubers are actively forming underground. If the soil dries out during this stage, you'll usually end up with fewer and smaller potatoes. As the plants begin turning yellow near the end of the season, gradually reduce watering. This allows the skins to toughen naturally, improving their storage life after harvest. Nutrient-wise, potatoes perform best with fertilizer that's lower in nitrogen and higher in phosphorus and potassium. Too much nitrogen encourages large, leafy plants while reducing tuber production. Beneath the soil, mixing compost or a balanced organic fertilizer into the soil before planting provides a strong start. Then, as flowering begins, a light application of potassium-rich fertilizer can help support healthy tuber development. Harvest timing depends on what kind of potatoes you want. If you're after tender new potatoes, you can gently dig around the plants about 2 to 3 weeks after flowering begins and harvest a few without disturbing the rest. For full-size storage potatoes, wait until the foliage has completely yellowed and died back, usually around 70 to 90 days after planting, depending on the variety. Let the soil dry for about a week before digging, which helps toughen the skins and reduces damage during harvest. Once you've harvested your potatoes, avoid washing them if you plan to store them. Simply brush off excess soil and let the potatoes cure in a cool, dark, well-ventilated location for 1 to 2 weeks. During this time, the skins become much tougher, allowing properly cured potatoes to store for several months under cool, dark conditions. Beyond the kitchen, potatoes are one of the most calorie-dense and easily stored crops you can grow, which explains why they've been a staple food across countless cultures for centuries. From a practical standpoint, specialty varieties such as purple potatoes, fingerlings, and heirloom cultivars often sell for noticeably higher prices at farmers markets because they're rarely available in ordinary grocery stores. Since potatoes also store exceptionally well after curing, they're much easier to market than many vegetables that must be sold immediately after harvest. If you decide to plant potatoes again next season, it's best to start with healthy, certified seed potatoes or disease-free planting stock. This helps reduce the risk of carrying diseases from one season to the next and gives you the strongest possible harvest year after year. So that's the complete process, from preparing seed potatoes and planting them at the right time to mastering the healing technique that dramatically increases your yield, harvesting at the perfect stage, curing them for long-term storage, and understanding why potatoes remain one of the most valuable and rewarding crops a home gardener can grow. If you found this guide helpful, let me know in the comments, and subscribe to Plants and Profit for practical growing. Guides that go beyond the basics and show you not just how to grow plants, but how to get the most value from them.